Alright, welcome to the video where we're actually going to do stuff for the first time. Alright, let's get started. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this version from 1 to 0.5 because this is far from anything we're going to release. Far from it. However, we're going to get something done. So, let's go over here to source main Java. And we're going to make a new package. A package is basically going to keep all of our classes that have some common meaning together. In this case, we're going to make this one all about items. Anything that is an item. So, in order to do this, we want to make sure that we're keeping conventions. Right here they did com.example.exampleMod. So we're going to do com.example.items because we're going to put multiple items in here. Next, we're going to add two classes into this package. The first one is going to be called Item Manager. The second is going to be called AwesomeItem, because it's going to be awesome. Alright, now we got all that sorted out. Let's go back to our Item Manager. Our Item Manager is basically going to exist so that we can add all the items to the game. AwesomeItem is where we're going to actually create an item. Basically say this item is a basic item, or maybe this item is a super sword. Who knows? But all the stuff about the item is going to be in AwesomeItem.java. The Item Manager, on the other hand, is going to say, okay, we're going to make the item, and then we're going to go into the game registry, we're going to add it to the game, and all that fun stuff. So let's go and actually start writing the methods for Item Manager. So go inside the class body, and you're going to want to make three methods. We're going to start with the first one, public static void main registry. Oops. And we're inside of here, we're going to call two methods, initialize item, and register item. Now, next thing, we're going to actually make these two methods because they don't exist right now. So, these two are going to be public static void initialize item. Spelling is hard. Go to school, kids. Stay in school. Public static void register item. And this is going to be where we actually say, take the game registry, which is basically the stuff about what's in the game, and add an item to it. And then this is going to be basically like, we want to make the item here, and then this is going to be what we call, and it does all of those things. So, now that that's done, let's go to AwesomeItem. AwesomeItem is going to extend item. We're going to say extends item. And then we're going to press Control-Shift-O to bring up this menu. Oops. I hit enter too fast. Instincts. We're going to press Control-Shift-O. It'll bring up this menu. And make sure that you select net.minecraft.item.item. This is the actual class for an item in Java. Now, if you don't know, extends item is basically going to say AwesomeItem is a kid or a child of item. An item is the parent class, while AwesomeItem is the child class. This means that AwesomeItem has all the methods of a normal item, but we can also change them to do custom stuff that a normal item doesn't just do on its own, such as, say, when we right-click with this item, it explodes, for example. That's something that a normal item just doesn't do. But we can do that, and we'll get there. We'll get there, trust me. So now that we have that, let's make a constructor. A constructor is basically going to be called when we create an AwesomeItem instance. When we actually make a call to this class from somewhere else. Well, not a call, but when we actually make this class inside of another file, this is what's going to be used. So we're going to say public AwesomeItem. And then in the class body, we want to say super. This is going to call all of the methods, all the methods and do all the stuff that an item would normally do when it was created. And then we're going to go back up just above the AwesomeItem constructor, and we're going to make a property called name. This is going to be a private static final string name, and we're going to set it to AwesomeItem. And this is basically going to be the name that everything else sees this as. However, you'll notice that it's private, so how are other classes going to see this awesome name, huh? Well, we're going to make a method return this. And you might be saying, well, why don't we just make it public so everyone can use it? We don't want anyone to be able to change this accidentally or even on purpose. This is our item and we know how it works better than anyone else does. So we're going to keep this private. And then final, so that we know that we're not supposed to change this at any other point in the code. It causes issues. So we're going to make a method called GetName that just returns it. That way no one has writing access to the variable. So we'll say public string GetName. And then in here we'll just say return name. And that will return the name for whoever needs the name of AwesomeItem. Now, below the super constructor, we want to do a couple little house cleaning things. And that's going to be this, which means this class that I'm currently typing in. That's what this refers to, the current instance of it. Dot set unlocalized name. And then in here we're just going to pass it the name that we want. However, what if someone else has an item called AwesomeItem? Well, then there's going to be two awesome items. Which, first off, how dare they steal your name? But second off, that's going to cause issues. The game's going to be like, which awesome item am I holding? I don't know. So we have to make a way for it to understand which item we're talking about. And we can do that because we have a mod that no one else has, and that's example mod. So we're going to take this example mod ID and put that in front of our item name, and we'll have a unique name. So to do that, we're going to say example mod dot mod ID plus quotation underscore quotation plus name. And this will give us example mod underscore awesome item as the name for the item and basically allow us to guarantee that we have a unique name that no one else has. And then below that, we're going to say this, again, referring to this class, this instance of the class, set creative tab. And then here, creative tabs dot tab misc. And also, always remember to press Control-Shift-O to import these classes up here. This line will say, oops. It won't say oops, I hope so. This will say add item to misc tab, the miscellaneous tab, and this line will say the name of our item. So now we can go into Item Manager and really actually get the ball rolling on this. So we're going to go up in here and we're going to make a new property. This one's going to be, we're going to make this one private as well. And this is going to be static. And this will be awesome item. Now, we can use this in any of our methods in this class. That's a very good thing, because we are the only ones that can use it, because we know this better than anyone else. Remember that. Don't give everyone public access. Bad things can happen. And now we're going to go and initialize item and say awesome item equals new awesome item. This makes a new instance of awesome item. Next, we're going to go into register item and actually register this to the game. So we say game registry dot register item. We're going to say awesome item and name, or not name, AwesomeItem dot get name. And we are done with our item manager. And let's just say adds item to game. Alright, now that we have all this set, we just gotta go to our mod class, example mod, and make one new method. This is going to be another event handler, so give it that annotation so we know what's going on here. And then public void pre-init, which means it happens before we initialize the game. This is going to be FML pre-initialization event. Making sure I spell this right. It's a big word you don't want to screw up. Again, make sure that that is imported with Control-Shift-O. And then we're going to say item manager dot main registry. Alright, and now guys, we're ready to test this out. So hit run, and I'll be back to you when our game's finally up. Alright, now go to mods, make sure example mod is loaded. Boom, right there. We got this, okay. Hit done, single player, create new, well, let's delete this old one. Create new world, make it creative, hit create new world. Let it load, and we will have our new awesome item. Alright, so now we go into E, open up our inventory. We can go to miscellaneous items, drag down, I believe, and oh, there it is. Item.exampleMod underscore AwesomeItem.name, our new item. If we press left, we can break things with it because we're in creative, and if we right click it does nothing, but hey, you know, that's what life is about. And most importantly, we have made our item. Alright, so if you look at it, it's weird. It's purple and black and gigantic, bigger than a normal block. But yep. So what are we gonna do with this? Why is the name all weird? Why is it purple and black? We didn't tell it to do that. What? Well, all those answers and more will be answered in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this and that you got something useful out of actually making this guy. And in the next video, we'll try and texture it, change the name, maybe even add some stuff to make it explode things. If you like the video, press the like button. If you want to see the future videos, press subscribe, and these will be coming out as fast as I can make them. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I'll try to help any problems that you guys may have. I had a couple the first time I tried recording this as well, so I will try my best to help you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.